Today I'm going to show you how I got 100 parse on every boss in BFD and became an unstoppable killing machine in PvP. Welcome to the level 25 Warlock Guide. Talents. I've tried almost every spec, but Affliction is by far the best. Put 5 in Corruption, 3 in Suppression, 2 in Life Tap, 5 in Imp Life Drain, and 1 into Nightfall. I'll have a link to this spec in the description below. Runes. Master Channeler on the chest, Incinerate on the legs, and then you can go Haunt or Chaos Bolt on the gloves. This will be depending on your playstyle. They're both very good, viable in raid as well as PvP. Haunt is better when you're consistently moving, and Chaos Bolt is okay if you're able to cast freely. I prefer the Haunt build because it allows you to move freely without ever having to stop to cast. It gives you more self-healing, and it deals about the same amount of overall damage. Gear. Your primary stat you want is Spell Power. This is because it scales with Life Tap, and of course, your dots. You can also stack Shadow Power in order to do this, but overall damage is better because flat Spell Power will also increase the damage from your fire spells. Stamina and Intellect are a 3rd and 4th stat, but they don't matter anywhere near as much as having just flat Spell Power. Rotation. The first rotation we'll go over is the Haunt build. Immediately apply Haunt and Health Drain, and then get up Corruption and Curse of Agony. From here, you want to Incinerate, and then Immolate, and then Life Tap as much as possible. Always remember to Shadow Bolt whenever you get a Nightfall proc, and then repeat. For the Chaos Bolt, you want to open with Incinerate and Chaos Bolt, Life Drain, Corruption, and Curse of Agony, then Immolate, and then Life Tap as much as possible, always Shadow Bolting on Nightfall procs. For macros and weak auras, you can go ahead and macro Pet Attack into all of your abilities if you don't want to micromanage your pet. For weak auras, I recommend you tracking your debuffs on the target and try to maintain 100% uptime on your dots. Specifically, Corruption, Curse of Agony, Incinerate, and Immolate. And the most important weak aura you need is an alert for when you get a Nightfall proc. Classic does not do a good job at letting you know when you have a Nightfall proc, so this is something you need to manually do with a weak aura. I'll have a link to these weak auras in my Discord, and I'll put the Discord link in the description below. Pets. I highly recommend using the Succubus pet for DPS, especially in raid, but use the Imp against bosses that have high armor, like Gamora. Always use the Voidwalker so you can sacrifice in PvP. It's especially necessary when you get melee on you so that you can freely cast a fear on them. For PvP, you can run either of these builds as well, as they're both viable. I like to swap back and forth between Haunt and Chaos Bolt. Haunt is better when you're moving a lot, and Chaos Bolt is awesome when you're able to just freely cast. Whenever you get a Nightfall proc, it's extremely fun to run the Chaos build because you're casting a Chaos Bolt into an instant Shadow Bolt behind it, and you can one-shot people. It is extremely fun. So that's going to be it for this quick Warlock guide. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please feel free to stop on my Twitch and ask me any questions at twitch.tv/Sardaco. If you like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.